Hey Toon Army, this is a big one. We have some big news to reveal about Newcastle United's summer transfer activity, and it's one that might sting a little. If you've been keeping up with the transfer rumours, you'll know that Axel Disasi, the £39 million rated centre-back from AS Monaco, was heavily linked with a move to Newcastle. It seemed like a deal was close, personal terms reportedly agreed and all, but now, the French defender is heading to a Premier League rival. That's right, Chelsea have come calling, and it looks like Disasi will be wearing blue this season. Let's take a closer look at what actually happened here and what it means for Newcastle going forward. Just a few weeks ago, Disasi was top of the list for Eddie Howe and the Newcastle board. Reports even suggested that we had beaten Manchester United to the punch in the race for his signature. Everything pointed to St James Park as his next destination. With the season approaching and our ambitions to strengthen the defence clear, it looked as though the Magpies were on the verge of securing a top-class defender. But football is unpredictable, and transfer windows are even more so. Chelsea, dealing with an injury crisis after losing Wesley Fofana to another long-term setback, made their move. Mauricio Pochettino urgently needed defensive reinforcements, and Chelsea were willing to pay the fee that Monaco demanded without hesitation. So Disasi's path to Tyneside was blocked and he headed to Stamford Bridge instead. Now, let's be real, this is a setback. Disasi is exactly the type of player we were looking for, a powerful, athletic defender with experience at the highest level. It's frustrating to lose a player we were so close to signing, especially when it seemed Newcastle had done most of the groundwork. But let's not get too downhearted, because the story doesn't end there. Despite losing the sting of Disasi, there is still plenty of time to make moves before the window closes. And let's not forget that the season has started positively. Despite being reduced to 10 men, Newcastle kicked off their 2024-25 Premier League campaign with a courageous 1-0 win over Southampton. It may not have been the most dazzling performance, but an opening win sets the tone for what we hope will be another exciting season. Behind the scenes, Newcastle's recruitment team are still hard at work. Talks continue around potential new signings, and one name that keeps cropping up is Crystal Palace's Marc Guéhi. The young England international would be a brilliant addition to our backline, bringing Premier League experience and plenty of potential. If we can sign Guéhi, it would soften the blow of losing Disasi. But defence isn't the only area that needs attention. As we approach the end of the window, strengthening our right flank becomes more of a priority. With Newcastle looking at their options, Chelsea's own transfer activity could present an unexpected opportunity. There has been talk of Raheem Sterling's uncertain future at Stamford Bridge. He was left out of Chelsea's opening game of the season, raising eyebrows and fueling speculation about where he fits into Pochettino's plans. Now, let's pause for a moment. Imagine Sterling in a Newcastle shirt. Yes, he's on a hefty salary. £300,000 a week is no small sum, but his quality is undeniable. We're talking about a player who has consistently hit double figures for goals for over a decade and who still has plenty to gain. His versatility up front could be a real asset. Realistically, though, a move for Sterling could be a stretch. But there is another Chelsea player who has been linked with a move to Tyneside, Noni Madueke. The 21-year-old winger has huge potential and fits the profile of the type of player Newcastle have been eyeing recently. He's quick, skillful and still developing, exactly the kind of talent who could thrive under Eddie Howe's guidance. So where do we go from here? Losing Disasi isn't ideal, but it's not the end of our transfer window ambitions. The club is still very much in the market and, whether it's a move for a centre-back like Guéhi or a right-sided option like Madueke, Newcastle are far from done. Despite the financial constraints and fierce competition, we're pushing for high-quality signings. So stick with us, Toon Army. There's plenty more to come before the window closes.